If y'all been looking to have mirrors working on a mod in Farming Simulator 22, this is a tutorial for you. This also works for 19. Stay tuned.
No, I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness.
What's up, comfortable modding fans? Today we are coming to you with another modding tutorial. Today we are going to show you how to do mirrors. That's what you like to fix on your truck. This is the video for you. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take our mod that is in a zip folder. We're going to right click it. We're going to go to extract all. Going to go ahead and let that open. And we are good to go. So then we got to find our i3D. Then we need to open in a Giants editor. Now, as you see, I have two different versions of Giant editor. One is for Giants, or pardon me, Farming Simulator 19, and one is for Farming Simulator 22. Please make sure that if you have two different editors, you open it with the right editor. All right. So for us, we're going to be doing a 22 edit, so we are going to go with 9.0.3. So we're going to go ahead and let that open. First thing we're going to do once we jump into Giants Editor, we're going to go to camera. We're going to look if there's an edit camera, we're going to use that. If there is not, we are going to create a camera so that we don't mess up any of our cameras. So with this one, we got a edit camera. All right, and as you see, there's a little bit of reflectivity, but not like it could be. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we are going to find our cameras. Which, under here, under chassis, body, cab, alright, and we got left mirror. To scroll over like that, I'm holding the right click button and using my WSD keys, and there's our right mirror. Alright. So now that we know which items are our mirrors, next step we're going to take is we're going to go ahead and we're going to open a new file explorer. The reason we're going to do this is we're going to go into our Farming Simulator folder. Alright, now for me, my game is saved on a different drive, but for you it's likely on your C drive. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go into Farming Simulator, Data, Vehicles, and there's more than one mod that has working mirrors. I'm going to go to one that I know has working mirrors. And this is the one I suggest you to go to. But if you find another one that you like better, that's up to you. Alright, so the maximum 145. We're going to go in here. We're going to open that. And that's also going to be opened with our Giants Editor 9.0.3. Alright. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come down here. Let's just pick a mirror. I, for some reason, have a tendency to always pick the right mirror. I don't know why. But it doesn't matter whether you pick the right or left. Alright. Alright. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take this. And we're going to export selection. We're going to go into our desktop here, go into our tutorial folder, go in here, and we're going to name this Mirror Decal. You can name it whatever you want. This is just what I choose to name it. We're going to save this. Now, We're not going to do anything with this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and right click the X. And when it says, do you want to save changes? You absolutely want to select no. Because if you select yes, it could jack up this tractor working in game. You don't want that if this happens to be your favorite tractor. So we're going to select no. We can close out of that. Then what we can do is we can go in here. We go to import. And we'll, since we open this truck from the same folder, it happens to show up, but we're going to load in mirror decal. And I'll show you what that does. That loads in our mirror. And as you can see, it is reflective. So, next step we need to do is we need to save. Don't do anything other than save. Alright. So then we'll do a reload. You're going to need to do a reload a couple different times doing this process. So, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to minimize that. We're going to right click. We're going to open with Notepad. And usually, close to the bottom is the mirror that you imported. So what we're going to do, we're going to scroll over here. And we're looking for Material ID. We're going to copy this. Then, let's scroll all the way back up here to the top. Let's see. Probably didn't need to scroll that far up, but it is what it is. Alright. Now we need to find our mirror name. So we're going to go back in here, go back in here, go back into chassis, body, cab, mirror glass LF. So mirror glass LF. Let's try it this way. Okay, so 1601 is the number we need to remember. So let's go to do a search here. Let's copy this name. Alright, so we can go here and change this to 1601. Alright, and then we'll also change this one. Whoops. One too many ones in there. We can close this. We can click save. We can close that. Then let's do a refresh. Hey y'all, we interrupt this video to bring you a message from our affiliates. G2A.com. We have computer games. We have Xbox. We have PlayStation. We have all your gaming and computer needs as far as software is concerned at G2A.com. Check out our affiliate links below. Now, if we go in here, go back to our body, go back to our cab, go back to our mirror, Now, in this case, we got lucky. The mirror has a center of mass set directly on it, which is great. That helps us out a lot. Now, next step we need to take is we need to get ourselves roughly in our driving position here. And what we're going to do is we're going to right click, freeze transforms, make sure you unselect translate, make sure you unselect preserve instances, and select rotate. Now, if you notice over here that this rotate X changed from 90 to 0, which is good, which is what we want. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to leave this open, but we're not going to touch it for right this moment. We're going to go 90, apply, negative 90, and 90 is not always what you need in this case, and we'll find out here in a minute if that's going to be correct or not. Another thing we need to do before I get that far is we need to create a plane. Sometimes this wants to be a punk. I like to put this plane pretty close to just where alright, now we can go back to our mirror here. Now, sometimes what you have to do is hide the mirror frame itself. Alright, so 90 is going to be too much. I personally prefer to have my mirrors set to where the bed corner is just barely showing. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 22. Alright, so we're going to remember 22. So we're going to put that as 0. We're going to go to 0 there. And now we can undo. Alright. So let's set that as 0. Actually, no. Negative 90. Let's apply our freeze. Then we're going to set this at negative 22. Apply. This time we're going to do 88. Apply. Negative 88. Negative 22. Whoops. 22. And as you see, our fender's right there in the side. Alright. Now we can come over here and find our frames one more time. Minimize that. Go to our right front. Freeze our rotation. If your green arrow is pointing towards the front, it is in the wrong place. It needs to be pointing up for this process. Let's do 88. Usually the X rotation is the same. Not always. Negative 88. $32. 1.5. Let's do 31.5. Alright. So we're going to go back. Back. 31.5. Freeze. 89. No. 8. Apply. Negative 88. Negative 30. Whoops. 33. Negative 33.5. Sorry, it's 31.5. And close. We do not want to apply that again. Let's go 8, 9. Let's go 32 exactly. And there we go. We have working mirrors. Just to recap, simply the process is you need to rotate your X. Generally, it's best to start out with 90 degrees. You can determine if you need to take the amount of degree up or down a little more the more you practice. But if you start out with 90 degrees, you can always take it up or down once you get back to the process of redoing the X. But the process is rotating your X, freezing it. If your starting X number before you touch anything is 90, you need to freeze. Then you want to rotate at 90, freeze. Then reverse your 90 by changing your value here to negative 90. Then you'll find out what your Y rotation is. Then you undo everything until the point to where you're back to 0 with the green marker facing towards you. Then you will do your Y rotation, freeze it. Do your X rotation, freeze it. Then reverse your X rotation, reverse your Y rotation, and bam. You now have working mirrors. If you would like to know anything else or know any more details, alrighty, then once you guys are done with all that, you can go ahead and close everything up here on the side. You can delete the mirror decal. You can delete the plane that we made. Then go ahead and save. Exit out of Giants Editor. Go in here, out to the main part of the mod folder of the extracted file. Right click on it. We're going to do, whoops, that's not what we want to do. We're going to do rename. Right click, copy. Select everything inside here. Go to compress zip folder. Give that a second to get done here. But hopefully y'all like this video and it helps you out. Alright. Then you take this folder, once it's all compressed, you can throw it in your mods folder and you have working mirrors on your mod. Y'all have a great day. God bless.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out.